Everybody talk about all Floyd is a defensive fighter. Now, there's no fighter left from my '96 Olympic team.
You feel like
there's no fighter really from the '92 team.
It's 10 years since David Reed's been gone.
'92. There's no fighters from the '92 team or the '96 team. So now y'all sit back and say, damn, well, Floyd was right. You know what? More fighters should have had defense. It would have lasted longer.
Hey, what's up, guys? Barry Robinson, 8 Million Styles Boxing, www.8millionstylesboxing.com. Claim your free footwork training video today. Make sure you guys visit the shop where you have only name brand training gear. And of course, for coaches and fighters that need fight breakdowns coming up, not a free service, but it is available. Make sure you guys contact us and we'll try to sort that out for you. Okay, we're going to do a couple breakdowns here of, in my opinion, what is number 1 and 2 in all of combat sports, which would be Floyd Mayweather and Giorgio Petrosyan. So we'll start off with Mr. Petrosyan. I tried to break this down, I believe, like 8 or 9 months ago, but you know, my editing skills at that time sucked. They're a little bit better now, so we're going to talk about Mr. Giorgio Petrosyan. Let's talk about how he uses his jab, and we'll just take a look at this film. We'll only do like a minute and change. Okay, so the first way you see him right away, you got to love how great fighters establish the jab immediately. Also, what I like about Giorgio Petrosyan's stance is one hip's in the front, one hip's in the back, one shoulder's in the front, one shoulder's in the back. He's not standing square. I love that about it, but let's continue. First he establishes a soft jab, right? Then touches his jab again. Turns that into a long jab. Let's watch that all from the beginning. I'm going to touch your jab. Well, before that even, I'm going to meet your jab, touch your jab, right? I'm going to try to catch your jab, but then I'm going to touch your jab again. And now I'm going to fake touch your jab and then shoot my jab. So let's watch that all fast. And obviously, the fight just started. But Giorgio's on his mind thing right away. That's what you got to like about this guy. And then, okay, let's talk about, wow. Okay, let's watch that. I get excited, so I have to calm down. Okay, so people always talk about with kickboxing. Look, I'm not a kickboxing expert, but I do know what my eyes tell me. If, you know, I'm watching this video, so my eyes are telling me one thing. There's no coach, there's no fighter, there's no fan that's going to tell me different because it's what I'm looking at. So after we done seen Giorgio establish his jab, right, what does he do here? He takes a step back, creates space for himself, right? Now he creates space with not just his feet, but with his arms. So you see him extend his arms. So this is a different. That's another way to use your jab. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's talk about all the ways you use his jab so far. There's one way. I'm going to touch your glove. Okay, I'm going to catch. Put this over here and measure you, right? I'm going to touch your glove again. And now I'm going to feint my jab like I'm touching your glove and shoot my jab right up the middle. Okay? And mind you, he did not step. Unfortunately, a lot of people step when they throw their jab. I'm not sure why. Sometimes you have to step, sometimes you don't. And black belt like Giorgio Petrosyan understands that. So while boring, he understands the science and his science, and that's why he's dominating. So he's a boring, dominating guy. So then he uses his jab, takes a small step back, right? Not a big step. He doesn't need to rush back. No big hopping movements like, you know, you see in amateur boxing today. And then he touches his jab again. And now that he's created this distance, let's talk about this real quick. You know, Giorgio, his distance, I'm not sure if this is a Muay Thai fight or a kick. No, it's a kickboxing fight, so no elbows. But his ranges are going to be punch range, knee range. If he was fighting Muay Thai, elbow range would be in there, kick range. So there's different ranges. He understands his ranges, so he has a space here. And after he creates a space, takes a small step back. And because Giorgio uses his eyes for defense, after establishing his distance with that jab, he's able to see what's coming, and he checks it. Now, a lot of people will tell you immediately, oh, you can't have the leg in the front. You're going to worry about low kicks. Well, Giorgio says it does not matter. If I establish range, I'm able to see, and then I can block. That's the way it works. Let's continue. Then Giorgio shows you another jab. Now he shows you just a straight jab, right? Keeps his distance, maintains his distance, always probing more offense. Let's see where he goes from here. And then does him dirty again. So he goes from, watch, check him out. So he goes from a, Notice how black belt, what does he do here? Where does he shoot his jab to? He shoots his jab to his glove. Okay? Now, sometimes I'm going to hit your head. Now I'm going to shoot my jab to your gloves. The reason why that's important, especially in this fight, but really in general, is because most people are taught the very basics, which is to keep your hands high, which is what you should do. But the problem with that guard is that they're taught that this is their first defense, when that's not true. Your first defense is with your eyes. So here, Giorgio Petrosyan can see, Askarov can't see, and so Giorgio does a great job of occupying his guard by punching what? His gloves. Don't need to go for your face. Let's see where he goes from there. So now, he goes from a measurement jab, right? So touch your glove with the measurement, and now I'm going to hit your glove and turn it slow. If you notice also, sorry, I got to name one more thing. Not only does he do that, but he changes the tempo here, changes the speeds. So it's not just throwing your jab, throw the jab, throw the jab. He changes the speeds, he shows you different kind of jab, changes his tempo, jab and step back, jab. Okay, so after he shows him the jab, touches his glove, now he comes straight through the middle with a jab. Let's continue watching. Now, control is fun. We're gonna go right back. We're gonna go right back to all these things. So let's go back to the beginning here. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see what we're talking about here. Okay, so you see Giorgio start out, bang his glove with the jab, catch his jab, just establish, touch it, make contact, right? Understand my distance. We're taking small steps back. Then Giorgio touches his jab, and then meets it, fakes it, and comes up the middle with his jab. Okay. Takes a small step back with this distance. This is also a jab, but he's just creating distance. Takes a small step back. Measures, understands his distance again by touching the guy's gloves. And I'm able to see and block the check, low kick. Okay, let's see where he goes from here. Then he shoots a strong jab with the middle. Already you're saying he got a better jab than most professional boxers. He got a more versatile jab game. And we're not even 12 seconds into this video, people. Let's continue watching. So then you see him again. Control his hand, right? Then a long arm and small step back. Touch his glove with the jab, and then shoot his jab up the middle. I mean, he's small clinic. We're not even 15 seconds into this thing. Now you see him step off to the left. Now with a southpaw, we know he should be going to the right. But Giorgio, even though he's a kickboxer, he understands if I'm going to circle around to the left, I know that the danger for me is going to be that right hand. Let me use my eyes and let me do it with distance. Then I'm going to control him. I'm going not going to do nothing crazy here. I'm going to control his arm. Okay. He uses his high guard. I'm going to control his arm. Then I'm going to control both arms. Excuse me. Then I'm going to control both arms. I'm going to make him reset. And we're going to start over where I want to start over at. And then from there, right away, he establishes another jab, but in a kickboxer way. Not only with the push kick, with the front kick, but also with the hand extended to keep his distance. Let's continue to go from there. Not only after the push kick, but let's talk about with the distance. Let's talk about control being fun. So you talk about making a guy reset, stopping his momentum, right? What does Giorgio do? Control his hand. Buddy, slow down, take it easy, champ. Take it easy, champ. Relax. Let's watch. Now, why was all that important, everything I just named? Because if he doesn't establish the take it easy, champ here, relax, then he can't see this attack. Look how much space he's created now. So he's able to see what's coming next. And of course, it's a game of inches in fighting, and all this aggression means nothing because he can see. So he's able to get out of the way and establish what? Again, control and a long jab-like punch. Now let's see where Giorgio goes from here. Then he shoots a jab going to his right. So now he done showed you 5-6 different ways he can use his jab in the first 23 seconds. With 23 seconds, guys, with 23 seconds. I know small things, all things. I know, I understand. Let's finish working. So now Giorgio shoots his jab going to the right. Shows you he could do something else. And that's, a very good southpaw jab, obviously. Also, with that, what is he doing? He's changing the angle, of course. You see Askarov come, okay, I'm going to change the angle, step off to the right with my jab. Now, as you can see here, look how Askarov guard, that high guard, is occupied. We call that Occupy Wall Street, right? So there he goes to the high guard, and what does Giorgio do? Giorgio says, I'm not going to go buck wild. You see guys throwing crazy wild punches when a guy does that. Giorgio goes right away to head control, right? Smarter than most boxers. Turns the head control. Look at his eyes. Look at Askarov, no eyes. Turns the head control into right glove on the outside. Let me control his arm. He can't see anyway. And then I'm going to turn and change the angle and give him this body kick. Again, let's watch my man Giorgio Petrosyan set up offense. Now the set up offense. So again, you saw Giorgio take a step back, create the angle jab to the right, correct? Now he's going to head control him. Well, first he feinted he feinted him. So he feints him first, right? Gets him to go to his high guard, head control, and then says, nah, nothing's available there. First of all, let me explain the significance of Giorgio doing this really quick, because as some of you guys know, I've trained with many fighters all over the world, especially I've trained with kickboxers and mixed martial arts, which is a pleasure for me. I love working with those type of guys. But immediately when you go into a gym like that and you teach a kickboxer or a Muay Thai guy footwork, you say, hey, you can pivot and do stuff. They look at you like you're crazy. They say, no, you can't do that in kickboxing because you get a low kick. But luckily for Giorgio, he has great fundamentals and an outstanding coach. Shout out Romeo. I forget how to pronounce his last name, so I don't want to disrespect him. But shout out, great trainer. But anyway, Giorgio shows you that, you know what? Yes, I can create angles in kickboxing. So there you see him place his right hand on Askarov's glove. Change the angle for a body kick. Let's continue. And then, right away. So after the body kick, what does Giorgio do right away? Establish control right away. Why is that so essential? Because nothing's coming back. No counterpoint. On a higher level, on this high of a level, to be able to dominate like Giorgio Petrosyan is doing, you need an outstanding controller's fun game. And Giorgio has one. So what does he do? He occupies Askarov's guard right away and then turns that into a jab. Let's continue watching. Now, he just used his hand. He just used his lead hand like 5 different ways there. Let's check it out. So first, control, right? Jab. While stepping to the right a little bit. Now he's going to control his hand again. Then jab. A double jab, right? And then head control turned into a straight left hand a la Floyd Mayweather. We're going to go to the beginning. We're going to go to the beginning and watch this 15 seconds we've been watching of pure genius fast. Let's watch. I mean, he's showing you a black belt understanding of combat sports. Change the angle, right? Control him. Restart over, buddy. Control. This is my distance, so nothing's happening. Change the angle here again. Body kick. Black belt, lead hand game, and control left hand. Everything's set up off of him using his hand different ways. Okay? So you're seeing him come with the straight left hand up the middle. You see him using his jab there, right? Now he goes to the low kick on the outside. Let's think about this. So up the middle, then to the outside. Same thing, Giorgio dominating with his lead hand. Okay? Now, this is the thing about the high guard again, but also Giorgio understanding. So look how many things he showed you off control. He showed you I could use the jab to land a jab. I could use the jab to control him. I could use the jab, turn that into turning him to set up more offense. Now I could use the jab and come straight up the middle like Floyd. I could use the jab, and now that I got you really committed to looking at my jab, now I could come around and bang you on the outside of your guard. I'm going to come back to your outside here. Look at that. Small things. Beautiful. Look at that angle change right there. And not only is it an angle change, because people always talk about, I got the footwork, I'm moving. But it's more to just moving your feet than footwork. And not saying you have to do what Giorgio's doing every time, but you got to have a full understanding. You can't just imitate stuff because you see it. If you drill and you have a great mastery of things, then everything comes naturally. Giorgio's not thinking to do this. This is great. He's been drilling through the years. He understands. I'm going to control and change the angle with that. Make this guy reset every time. Make him reset every time. So mind you, remember guys, he then came to this outside leg numerous times with the kicks and then came with the punches up the middle. Watch Giorgio again set up offense using his jab and angles, which is supposed to be unheard of in kickboxing. Occupy his guard, okay? Turn that into a hook, a straight left hand. That's a great combination, right? Look at Giorgio's technique. Hook and pivot at the same time and turn that into another kick, which was checked, but beautiful offense. Way to set up your offense. Great clinch game for Giorgio. We're going to wrap this up real soon. Goes back to the outside and then straight up the middle again. Okay. So watch Giorgio's mental game, and this is high-speed chess. So Giorgio throws a low kick, right? And Askarov wants to respond and get that point back. But look how fast Giorgio says, okay, buddy, this is high-speed chess. I'm going to catch your lag. You're not going to do what I just did to you, and you're going to pay for that right up the middle. And then right away to control. Right away to control. Which turns into a knee. So the guy done seen control jab, control turn, control kick, control straight up the middle with the punch, control with the hook with the punch. Now, I'm going to control your head, go to a pure, obviously that's one of the first Muay Thai technique. And now I'm going to come up the middle. And of course, I'm going to control your head right off of that. Then gives him the 1-2 up the middle. So, okay, the point is that Giorgio is a very, very versatile fighter. His lead hand, he just showed you a great lead hand game. Now let's go and let's do some unorthodox, and let's skip and let's check out Floyd Mayweather using his lead hand. Let's check out Floyd Mayweather using his lead hand. So here we're going to see Floyd. Let's check him out. Touch your glove, measure, punch, control. Feint jab, jab, control right hand. Let's watch that one more time. See how Floyd Mayweather used different ways. So many different ways you can use your jab, but it comes with fundamentals. You got to have creativity after you've mastered the fundamentals. So here you see Canelo doing the right thing, trying to catch that jab. So Mayweather shoots the jab, but watch how clever this guy is. Again, we're going to watch this setup really quick. I had to really slow this down. So jab. Look how clever he is with his lead hand. He says, okay, I'm gonna throw the jab like I'm... First of all, he's been showing him jabs, different types of jabs all fight. So I really should give you guys the full background there. But again, just really beautiful technique. So Canelo's catching the jab right here, right? So Floyd says, I'm going to show him the jab now. And it's already a wrap from here. But the thing about Floyd is, you know that if you establish what he has right here, the right hand got to come directly behind it. So watch how Floyd does that. You see, he doesn't really even release. This is beautiful because he doesn't even release the left hand until that right hand is just about to crash. Very Vitaly Klitschko is. After the right hand lands at a high level, it's tough to get your hands back. Where do I go from there? Control, of course. And then he turns that control into what? More. Look how he extends his arm here, right? Understands his distance where I'm at. And then from there, feints him. Look at feints him. Makes Canelo react, which Canelo is going to a high guard here. Controls his head. And comes right back up the middle. Another way to use your jab. So let's watch that fast really quick. So many different things you could do with your jab. Bing. Now I'm going to do a long measurement. Long. Bing. All right. Now let's move right along. So we'll move to the next clip and show you another way that Mayweather might use his jab. Okay. 37-12. Okay. Here we go. This is just brilliant stuff right here. Not the punch, not the punch. I know everybody sees the punch. We all see the what. My little sister, if she was doing this video, she'd be like, hey, a punch landed. A punch came. But we're gonna talk about why the punch came. We're gonna talk about why, because it doesn't matter to me that he landed the right hand. I mean, it's great that he did, but the setup is unbelievable. So here you're gonna see Floyd. You know, Canelo wants to catch the jab anyway, but Floyd says, I'm not even gonna throw the jab to your face. I'm gonna throw it to your glove. Okay? So he occupies his glove. Then switches that to in front of Canelo's face, right? Then switches that to on top of Canelo's lead glove. And then from there, it's all technique. You got to have great technique. First of all, he's in great position. Look at his foot to release his punch. If he's flat-footed here, you can get the punch off, but it's going to take a lot longer to get there. But people say fast, I say great delivery. Again, people say fast, I say good delivery, good fundamentals. So, okay, let's watch that fast one more time. Occupy Wall Street in front of your face, on top of your glove. Take this for your troubles. Okay, let's go to the next clip. Oh, and of course, sorry, I left something out. You know me. I left something out. So after the right hand, what comes right back, of course? What comes right back, people? Control. If he does not control Canelo there, he gets killed with an uppercut. He gets killed with an uppercut. That's just how simple it is. Let's continue working. We're going to the 44. Okay, let's check out. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I went too far. Okay, I went too far. Okay, this is what I wanted to check out right here. So let's see yet another way that why control is important. I believe that's what this clip is going to be about. So you're going to see Mayweather use his jab again a different way, right? So we done seen him do so many different types of jabs, right? We done seen him control with his jab. We done seen him. So now he's just going to shoot an up jab, kind of. Normally some people turn their fist on the up jab, but here you're going to see Floyd Mayweather shoot an up jab. He's going to shoot it up from here. Pick his face up with the jab, right? Pick his face up with that jab. And then he's going to be able to, and not only does he pick his face up, watch him change head slots. You see him change head slots. That's obviously why Canelo missed that jab. And then throw this right hand over the top. Now the next thing that happens is the most important thing. That's the most important thing right there. Okay, why is it important, Barry? Why is this important right away? Because it gives me time to use my eyes, and then I can see what's coming next and be able to defend it. Thank you for watching A Million Styles Boxing, www.amillionstylesboxing. Barry Robinson. Visit the website, visit the shop, pick up your name brand training gear.
Let me work. Please let me work. Get that water. He about to get this work. He about to get this work. Hold up. He gonna get this work. You gonna get this work.